The match between Manchester United and Brighton at Old Trafford has been a fascinating one so far, with United taking control early and heading into halftime with a comfortable lead. In this video, we'll break down exactly how the first half unfolded, what went right for Manchester United, what went wrong for Brighton, and what both teams need to do going forward. This is the Man United versus Brighton Premier League clash. The game started with Brighton showing a bit of intent, as they often do. They tried to play their trademark possession football, building from the back and using the flanks to stretch United's defense. For the first 10 minutes or so, Brighton looked lively, and it seemed like they might make life difficult for Erik Ten Hag's side. But that early promise didn't translate into much. United grew into the match, started to find rhythm, and soon took control. The breakthrough came around the 24th minute. Matheus Cunha, who had been looking sharp and eager, scored his first goal for Manchester United. It was a big moment for him and for the team. You could sense that the goal gave United confidence and settled the nerves. Old Trafford came alive, and suddenly United were the ones dictating play. Just 10 minutes later, things got even better for United. Casemiro took a shot that deflected off Brighton's Jazeera and ended up in the back of the net. It was an unfortunate own goal for Brighton, but it was also a reflection of United's growing pressure. At 2-0, Manchester United looked comfortable and in control, and Brighton seemed to lose their composure. From that point on, Brighton's defense looked shaky. One moment in particular stood out when Jan-Paul Van Heck played a dangerous back pass across his own box, almost gifting United another opportunity. Mistakes like that show that Brighton were rattled. Their build-up play, which is usually calm and controlled, became nervous and sloppy. Meanwhile, United looked solid. They weren't just sitting back after goals. They kept probing, creating a few more decent chances. Casemiro's influence in midfield was clear. Cunha was full of energy up front, and United's defensive line stayed organized. It was a kind of performance that Manchester United fans have been hoping to see, disciplined, confident, and ruthless when it mattered. Brighton, on the other hand, couldn't quite find their rhythm. They had moments through players like Simon Adingra and Danny Welbeck, but they lacked the finishing touch. Their attacks often broke down before reaching the box, and when they did get into dangerous positions, the final ball was missing. As the first half ended, the feeling was that Brighton needed to regroup fast. Going into the second half 2 goals down at Old Trafford is never an easy task. They made several substitutions after the hour mark to try and spark something different, bringing on fresh legs to push higher and press United. But even with those changes, the story of the match remained similar. United looked comfortable, while Brighton struggled to create clear chances. Tactically, it was interesting to see how both sides approached the game. Manchester United didn't press as aggressively as they sometimes do. Instead, they stayed compact, absorbed pressure, and then hit Brighton with quick transitions. That plan worked perfectly. Brighton's high defensive line and risk-taking in possession left them open at the back, and United took full advantage. For Erik Ten Hag, this performance will feel like a big step in the right direction. After some inconsistent results earlier in the season, United needed a match like this, one that shows composure, teamwork, and clinical finishing. The fans will especially be happy to see new signing Matheus Cunha getting his first goal. That could be a turning point in his confidence and chemistry with the rest of the attack. As for Brighton, Roberto De Zerbi will have plenty to think about. His side had been known for their attacking bravery and ability to play through pressure, but today they looked uncertain. The passing sequences weren't crisp, the decision-making in midfield was slow, and the defense made costly errors. The own goal from Ayari summed up their afternoon, unlucky, but also a bit careless. Looking ahead to the rest of the match, Brighton will need a completely different approach if they want to get back into it. They have to move the ball quicker, stretch United's defense, and take more risks in the final third. The question is whether they can do that without leaving themselves too exposed. For United, the mission is simple. Stay disciplined, keep possession when possible, and be ready to hit on the counter. If they score a third, the game is effectively over. Historically, Brighton have actually done well at Old Trafford in recent seasons, but today feels different. United have that control and assurance that's been missing at times. The balance in midfield looks better. The defense is more compact, and there's belief in the attack. So far, the Man United versus Brighton clash has been all about United's efficiency and Brighton's missed opportunities. 2-0, both coming in the first half, and the home side looking strong. If United can maintain this level, it could be one of their most complete performances of the season. As the game moves into the second half, all eyes will be on whether Brighton can find a way back, or if Manchester United will finish the job and claim all 3 points in front of their home fans. Either way, this Man United versus Brighton match has already shown plenty of drama, skill, and tactical battles, and it's another reminder that in the Premier League, every mistake can be punished. That's the story so far from Old Trafford. Manchester United 2, Brighton 0. Stay tuned for more updates and post-match reactions from this Premier League clash.